Hello, bro. It's me, Kevin. I am a junior of yours, and I am from SNS College of Engineering. And today we start a meeting to gather the experiences from you. So, could you please tell about yourself, bro?
Okay, well, hi guys. Good afternoon. My name is Vishwanath Savanan, and I just recently graduated from SNS College of Engineering. So I'm in the same department as you all, and I've recently got placed in Accenture, and I'm waiting for the offer letter. So it would be like in Bangalore, and I would be working like I'm working under a startup which is named as Coral Flow, which focuses on training students to get placed in generative AI related companies. And yeah, that's all about it. So
Okay.
what do you guys want? What do you guys want to know about my experience, as in like in internships or in career or
In
what do you?
internships, bro.
Okay, so you're in second year, right? You
Yes, bro.
guys.
Yes. Yes, bro.
Okay. Okay, then we have like Kalyan, Lokesh, and Madhan, right? Okay then. So for internship, you should have the first thing would be like you want to have a perfect resume. Okay. So the resume should be like it should have entire thing which you have accomplished over your year. So you're from second year and your resume might be might look like you would done an internship like first internship in first year, right? And you would have done many projects or related to that. You have to
Yes,
put
bro.
it in a and you have to you have to showcase your talents. So the first thing is you have to do that. Then you have to learn about the basic foundations. Like if you go ahead with Python or if you go ahead with Java, you have to be foundationally strong in that. So that particular programming language, you should know about it. So, and also you have to be thorough with at least one database management systems. For example, like SQL or NoSQL, MongoDB, as such. Okay. Then you have to be particularly focusing towards cloud technologies. For example, Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure, or you can be comfortable with AWS. So you have to be thorough with that technology. Okay. So first programming, you have to take one language. Then second, you have to be strong in a database. It can be SQL, NoSQL, MongoDB, anything. And the next thing would be like you have to be particularly familiar with the cloud technologies. It can be anything, Google or Microsoft or Amazon. And the next thing would be like you have to be focused towards like if you want to become a software developer, so the entire criteria would be like different. So if you want to become a software developer, you have to be focusing towards it can be Python or Java. It is up to your entirely up to your taste. Then you should be thorough with your database management system, and also you have to be focusing on how to build a software. So it can be like basic software systems, or you have to be particularly like knowledgeable in .NET or certain aspects like that sort of things. So that would be like software developers. If you are focusing towards machine learning or something, you have to be thoroughly focused on Python and Python related libraries like NumPy, Pandas, SciPy, sklearn. Then you have like a lot of other online things like TensorFlow and as such. Okay. Then, if you're particularly focusing towards AI or generative AI applications, you have to be focusing towards APIs. So, API, right? Application Programming Interface. So, it would be much greater and it would be time saving for you to learn about it. So, if you are building a solution based on an AI application, you can easily call the APIs and you can very well establish a foundation on that. Then if you want to learn about AI, you have to be thoroughly focusing towards machine learning, then deep learning, then natural language processing, and certain aspects like that. So there are a lot of career aspects, like different career structures. So if you want to build a career on that particular thing, you have to be focusing towards that. And for uh, and for software developers, you can focus towards Java, because a lot of people are still using Java, and it can be very much useful for you to learn about Java. when I say like learn about programming language, you should be like thorough with entire basics. For example, you can be syntax, conditional statements, or everything. Then yeah, that is all about it. Yep.
And Madan sir, I'm
Yeah.
having few questions to ask you.
Okay, Madhan. Yep.
Good afternoon, bro.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Madhan.
So, what is the basic requirement an IT employee should have? What are the company will expect from us?
Okay, as a fresher, company would be expecting you to have a basic problem solving skills. For example, you should have a particular aptitude and reasoning stuff. So you should be very versed, like you should be thorough with communication. For example, if you are familiar with English language, you should be thorough with that language. Then for aptitude, you should be like thorough with the numerical and quantitative aptitudes. So as you know, like there are a lot of different topics which you have to cover, and the first round in a company would always be like aptitude and reasoning, or else they will start from coding. So you have to be particularly familiar with the mathematic problem. Okay. Then basic requirements would be like you have to be, as I said, you have to be particularly familiar with one programming language, at least one programming language. Then you have to be familiar with the SQL or no SQL thing, like for database management. Then cloud. Then of course, if you can, enhance yourself, you can learn about various libraries or various, AI tools. And this is all about technical skills. Then you have to have a soft skills. For example, you have to learn about, how to communicate well, and you should have a particular thing, like if you are able to work in a team, you can provide, team skills. Or if you can become a leader, you can provide the leadership's qualities. Then if you achieve something, you have to be specifically you have to uh, share it in your resume. So it would be like the IT requirement would be like technical and soft skills. So soft skills in the sense, it would be like communication, leadership qualities, then time management skills, like that. And in technical skills, you should have a programming language, database. Then if you can learn about any tools, for example, if you learn about, Figma as a tool for creating websites, then for UI designing, then you would have like Canva for presenting, like a PPT presentation or anything. Like you have to be familiar with the tools which you want. Then if you are very familiar with the APIs, for example, if you want to work in a software which uses calendar or a document, or Word document, anything, you can easily connect with your system. So you should learn how to integrate along other tools. Okay. So the basic thing would be like you have to be strong in a aptitude and reasoning, as well as programming language for now, for a fresher.
So, whether higher studies will boost up our resume?
Yeah, resume would be like higher studies would boost up your resume, but there are a lot of things like if you are doing a PG, like post graduation in an IIT, or in abroad, it would be like that would have much weightage in your resume. So if you do like basic colleges, or like for example, the college name which you never heard of, it would be like it doesn't grow up on your resume. So you have to be selecting a particular college. So it should be like NIRF ranked college. Then you can go ahead with the uh, PG system. So PG course. So actually, like okay, let's take for example, you completed BTech and you are a fresher, and you have applied for the company. The company gives you like an incentive or a monthly 35,000, okay, for your job. So if you complete any master degrees, for example, MTech or MBA, or MSc related stuffs, you would be having a boost of, like, the salary would be boosted. So it would be like starting salary would be from 60,000 or 80,000. That is the difference between UG and PG. So another thing is, like, if you have a research paper, like if you apply for research papers, or apply for a thesis, it would also boost up your resume. But more or less, if you can try masters. Or if you don't want to study ahead, like actually studies is it's good if you come into the software technology, software related companies, you would always learn about new stuffs. But learning and having a degree is also welcome, but try to have, acquire many skills. Nowadays company require more skills in the fresher than their degree. So yeah, you have to be ready with the skills.
Bro, I
So could
have
you
one
share your
doubt, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, how to build a professional resume?
uh how to build a professional resume? Okay, first of all, no, let me just share my screen if possible. Hmm. One second. Is my screen visible, guys?
Yes, bro.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, your resume should be like, okay, I'll show you my first resume, okay? Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. This was my first resume, okay? So hope you can see the screen, right? So the first thing people would notice is your education. So first, your education should be like very well defined. So you should have 10th mark and 12th mark as well as your college CGPA. Like if you have like you would be completed like you'd have completed 3 semesters, right? Like first year over, then maybe third semester. Okay, you would have like 2 semester marks with you, so you can enter the CGPA like here. Then you can specify what kind of college and the year of graduation. Then the course, like the main your designation, like which course we have taken. Then you should mention your projects, okay, after education. Like I'm covering the right side, okay. So the right side should contain like your name and your education and your project. So if you have a good project which you want to showcase, in your resume, you can enter it, okay. And the project should be available in your GitHub. You all know what a GitHub, right, is, right?
Yes, bro. Yes.
Okay, so it's a repository. So you have to have your project. So whatever projects you do, kindly have it in your GitHub so that whenever any HR or any technical person wants to review your code, you can share it with them. Then, if possible, you can add your achievements, or else you can add your internship experiences. Okay, like you would have like one internship, right, in the last year, first year.
No, bro. No, no.
Have you guys done an internship? Okay. If there is no internship, just leave it here. Like just have it as a blank thing. Then you should be positive with your profile. So it should be pleasant and it should emphasize your skills. So what kind of skills you have, and you can develop a profile structure based on that. Then about your personal details. For example, you should have your phone number, one or two. Like if you have two phone numbers, you can add it. Then you should have a professional mail ID. It shouldn't be like a buddy for life, or friends forever, or like it shouldn't be like colloquial words. Okay, you should have a personal email ID which should be official. Okay, you can have like Kavin.official@gmail.com. It can be like that. Okay, then you should specify your LinkedIn profile. Okay, and one more thing is, like, if your LinkedIn profile has numbers at the end of your URL, you can just reduce it. Like you can change your public uh, link from the LinkedIn. Then you can just give your name alone. Okay, then specify your GitHub, then your address. Like you shouldn't like add your door number or such, but just give them where you're from. Okay, if you're from Saranamati, you can just add Saranamati Coimbatore. Okay, then one more thing, I'm sorry, like you should have a area of interest. Okay, so the area of interest would be like helpful for you to find a particular job in that. If, for example, if you apply for top MNC company and you know about machine learning, if you're interested in machine learning, they would place you in machine learning kind of job role. And if you mention software, it can go ahead with the software developer role. Okay, then you should mention your skills and tools. So technical skills would be like your language, your any other package, like any visualization tools you learn about it, you can add it. Then you should have a particular database. Okay. Then SQL or like that database management systems. And if you know about any other languages, you can add it also. Okay. So this was my first resume, and I'll show you like how it got like changed as the year passes. So this was my second resume. Okay. Then now here I have like 3 projects. Then internship experience, I had 3. So this was from third year. So again, I just, restructured everything. Then, added like skills, tools, certifications, and achievements. So I have uh, given experiences here. Then like it should be like this. Okay. So like, for example, on the right side, it should always like you should have your education, projects, and internship compulsory. So whenever HR notices a resume, they would see the right hand side. So whether you completed your like education, and they would see your project, then they would see your internship, and kind of. Okay. And here you shouldn't write work experiences. Okay. Internship is different from work experience. So internship is something which you work without pay or based on a stipend. But work experience is like you work with the company for 1 year or 2 years. So like if you work like that, you can add work experience. Okay. For fresher, it should be internship. Then if you have any certifications, you can include it. Okay. And if you have certain achievements, you can add it in your resume also. Okay. So this was my third year resume. Okay. So hope it is visible. Okay.
Yeah, bro, it helped me a lot.
Okay. Then let's go ahead with my final resume. Okay. Okay, this was my final resume. Okay. So I've shifted my name here, and the personal details over here. Then I've added profile, area of interest, skills, experiences, certification, achievements. So all in one row. Then I have like education projects and internship here. So it will be like 4 internship for 4 years, then four projects for 4 years. And you should change your CGPA, like what kind of marks you got, you should add in a percentage thing. Okay. Then the profile thing should be like unique. And if possible, you can add your passport number, because if companies want to hire you for abroad, or they wanted to place you in any other Western countries, they would think that, okay, this guy has a passport, so we can hire him for that particular country. So like that. Okay. So hope like my story of like the resume structure was helpful for you guys, and you still have your recordings, right? If you want, you can share it with your friends also.
Okay, bro. Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Any other questions?
So I have one question.
Yeah, sure. Then
Could you share experience with attending the placement trainings or any other interviews? Like,
okay. Okay. I've got placement from 3 companies. Okay. The first one was around like September or August or September month. Okay. So that was a company called KJISL, as you all know about, KJISL college. So they had like a role for RPA, which is also known as robotic process automation. So we would be like creating automated solutions, like automated tools. For example, if you have like how about like attendance systems? So like that automation systems. Okay. So we had like 3 rounds. So it was like first round was aptitude round. So aptitude, which was like entirely online. So we had like almost 60 questions. So 20 from numerical and quantitative aptitude, then 20 questions from verbal, which is English, grammar and stuff. Then third thing was reasoning. So how well we, put in, that would be like the reasoning questions would be like they give you a paragraph of, they give you a paragraph, then they would ask a question related to that paragraph. Okay. So that would be like 60 questions covered. Then after that, we had like coding round. So they gave 3 questions, one from data structures, one from um, yeah, one from data structures, then one from normal like basic foundation question. Then we had like no, non-primitive data types. So for example, tree, graph, and structures, like that. Then we had like OOPS concept. So we had 3 questions. One was basic foundation. Then we had like data structures. Then it was like OOP concepts. Okay. So after that, we had like a HR interview. So HR interview, they just, they had two HR interviews. So first one was normal, like they have like general HR. Okay. Then we had technical HR. So general HR, they want to know about your communication skills, how well you talk with them or communicate with them without stammering or, in fluent English and as such. Okay. Then they would see your body language. So you should be like more kind and humble. Then you should have a, well groomed hair and, facial hair also. Then you should have a particular, outfit. So it should be formal. Then you should be tucked on, and you should be positioned in a half seated position. For example, you shouldn't lean on your chair, and you should be like, always sit away from the backrest. Okay. Then in the technical round, they had like they gave us live questions. For example, they gave us questions like print a star pattern, or print a Fibonacci series, or like it was like medium to moderate. So it was like okay for us, but at that time we were all tensed. So they would check our nervousness. So if you are okay with, like just you want to have it as an experience, so you shouldn't be thinking about, okay, what if I fail, or what if I didn't pass. You shouldn't think like that. So you just give your best, then rest is all, up to your luck. And then after the technical round, they have after a week or so, they announced the shortlisted members. Then I was the one, we were like we had like 4 to 5 students who got placed in that company. Then for the second company, it was like the first thing, the same thing, the aptitude round, which was offline, that pen paper test. Then we had like an application building round, which was like providing a web application uh, for that company. Then the third round was like general HR. So in that, they asked a lot of things like, what do you see, and what would you see in 5 years, or what kind of things you want to change in a company. And one more thing, after an interview, HR would ask you like, if you have any questions, you can ask, you can ask me. I mean, so like if they ask you like that question, you should be ready to ask a good question. Okay. You shouldn't ask what kind of salary would be like, I'll get, or am I selected, or you shouldn't ask that kind of question. I mean, you can ask like what kind of projects you work on, or what kind of things you are currently practicing right now, or what would you do if a fresher asks you uh, like what if a fresher asks you what kind of things you want to learn, like that. It should be like safe as and also it should be like effective. Okay. So and after all the conversations, you should say thank you, and just you can leave this cabinet. Okay. So this was like for startups and small companies. Okay. For higher companies, for example, for Accenture or Cognizant, entire thing was like automated. So we had like labs. So a lot of students participated in that, like more than 400 students were in Accenture Drive. So they were like first round would be always like aptitude and reasoning. Then we had coding. Then after that, we had like HR round, which was completely virtual. So if it is virtual, you have to be, you should have a particular a good working camera, a good working microphone, then a stable internet connection. You should be uh, like you should have all these specified things. Okay. Then you should be like always have a smile. Like when you start, you should have a smile in your face. Then they would ask everything which you have mentioned in your resume. Okay. So resume is your question paper, so you have to be like focused towards everything which you mention in your resume. So even if you mention like Python, or if you mention Java, they would ask entire things about Java. So did you study about uh, you know everything's like, for example, if you learn about swings, or what kind of packages would you learn, like they would ask entire questions from that resume. So the resume would be like your question paper, so you have to set your questions. So if you really know about certain things, you can specify it, or else just leave it. Okay. So then HR might ask like, please tell me what kind of like what you are except from your resume. So they know all about your resume. Okay, you shouldn't be starting ahead with like, I am from this district, my father was a layman, or my mother worked so hard, so I just came in this college, so I just learned about it. You shouldn't be like that. Okay, you just you have 2 minutes to impress that HR. So you have 2 minutes, so you should mention your name, you should mention your college, if possible. Then you should mention your percentage, like what kind of marks you got, then where you're from, then what kind of things you know, like in technical aspect, then what projects did you work on, what internship you went. Then you can go ahead with your hobbies and volunteer activities. Okay, so kindly don't mention donating blood as your volunteer activities, or any other thing in your resume. Okay, yeah, that's all about it. So any other questions?
I have one question.
Yeah, sure. What's that?
So in many companies nowadays, they are asking lead code problems, how you done, how many problems you have done, and also in code crash. So could you tell
Mhm.
about that?
Okay. Yeah. First, in our time, we had like Hacker Rank and Hacker Earth. They would ask our ranking structure. So, why they asked about the lead code and code chef is like how well you practice coding. So, how well you know about codings, and how well you allocate time in your resume. I mean, time in your practicing coding. Okay. So they would ask like, if you're familiar, like you should be around like 5,000 to 10,000 rank. Okay, so that you would be like in a safe place. So they would think that, okay, Madan and Kevin, like they know about certain things, so we can hire them. So we don't want to spend much more time in training them. So they just want you to like understand many things, so that the training process in the company would be like easier. Okay, so yeah, you should be like familiar with the lead code and code chef platforms. So also maintain a ranking between like 5,000 to 10,000. I know it's hard, but if you try to code daily, like around 2 to 3 questions, it should be like a piece of cake for you guys. And yeah, any other questions?
So according to you, which department will groom in IT sector after 2 3 years?
After 2 3 years, it'd be like EC and triple E departments, because as you know, like recent news was like uh, the like the majority of the silicon chips, as you all know, like for processing things. So China and Russia, they are the greatest manufacturers of silicon chips. So right now, USA is trying to build their own chip factories. So if you go ahead with building electronics and building certain chip manufacturing units, so it would be like much more effective when you come to AI technologies. So it would be like the entire thing would be shifted to AI. So as you all know, and the result of AI would be like much faster chips. So the silicon chips would be like much more effective. So EC department and triple E might have greater demand for the future. In 2 to 3 years. So that you guys want to learn about basics, very basics, like how a computer system works, how a memory unit allocates for a variable, how a process actually takes place, what is kernel, and what is really happening behind the IC units, like integrated chip circuit units. Then what kind of thing a motherboard has, and how a calculation is carried out. So you should be learning about that things also. So you have to start from scratch. Okay, so you all know about binary numbers, right?
Yes,
What is
bro.
binary? Yeah. So computer understands
Binary
binary.
digits,
Yeah, binary
zeros and
digits. Yeah,
ones.
yeah, zeros and ones. So computer understand that. So even if you write high level codes, for example, Python code or Java code, it gets interpreted into binary language. So like it gets converted into zeros and ones, then the computer processes it. So if that is happening without learning about the particular basic understanding about the functioning systems of computer, you couldn't get ahead with a lot of other different careers. So you should be focused towards your foundations of computers. Okay. That is my advice for you guys. Anything
So could you
else?
suggest any learning platforms like Repinsta or something?
Okay. Okay, can I share my screen if that's okay?
Okay, bro. Thanks for your valuable information, and I'm wishing you all the best for your career and for your development, personal
So hello,
development.
Kevin.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
no.
bro.
I'll just give you a platform for you to learn. Okay, just give me a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a minute. So you have Coursera, okay? So Coursera would be like much more effective when you learn in your free time. So they have like, Prepinsta is okay for colleges. Like we have focused on learning about it. So if you want to learn more about technologies and more about learning about certain technology or professional certification, you can have a Google course in Coursera. Okay, so there is this thing called financial aid available. Okay, you can click on it and you can select your course and click on next. Then you can continue application and have like fill out the application here. So if you have like, you guys don't earn right now, right? So you can have it as zero annual income. Then you can uh, review it. Then how your course would be like helpful for your goals. So you can add your response according to it. Then you can slide the slider to zero, so that the course would be like completely free for you, and it would take 15 days to process this application. So kindly, like, if you want to learn about technology, you can use this Coursera platform. It's entirely free. And also you have Google Cloud Skill Boost account. Okay. So you have like, if you want to learn about AI or cloud related things, you can use this platform. This is also entirely free. So you can start from beginner to intermediate and hard level. This is entirely free for you guys. And you would have a certification also at the end of the module. Then you have okay, if possible, if I remember everything, I'll just share with you guys. Okay. So you have like Learn Digital with Google also. So they have like lot of free courses which would be effective for you guys. And also, if you want to learn about generative AI, like I have a startup which focuses towards building the students to learn about generative AI concepts, because AI would be like dominated over the next a decade or so. So it will be like, I'll share you the link. If you want to join in this course, you can register for yourself. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, then
bro.
Kevin. Yeah.
Okay, bro. Thanks for your valuable informations, and you have um, teach a lot of things about resume and what types of questions they will ask, and about this Coursera and platforms. Okay, bro. I'll see you in the internships. Okay, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm interested to join in Coral Flow.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Okay.
I'll share you the link. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Thank you, Madhan.
I am attending one internship. So
Okay.
after leave, it's available or
Yeah. Actually, we'll start by July month. Okay. So after your
okay,
semester exam. Yep.
okay, okay. Thank you for
Okay. Yeah.
information. Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you. Yep. Have a great
Thank
day.
thank
Okay, thank you.